Hello, welcome to COVID-19 and business interruption insurance. We all know about COVID-19, and some of us know about business interruption insurance. We're going to talk about the interplay between the two. Why? It's a billion-dollar question, and it's being litigated throughout the nation as we speak. Now, we're not going to dig deep into COVID-19, but we'll discuss business interruption insurance somewhat in depth. You should walk away with a general understanding of business interruption insurance, how it works, and what to do when it doesn't work. About me, I am from a small town outside of New Orleans. Hurricane Katrina ended on, I misspoke. My first week of my first semester of my first year of law school ended on a Friday. Hurricane Katrina was Monday. I evacuated to Houston as a FEMA evacuee. That was how my law school started. I graduated 3 years later in 2008, and by that time, New Orleans and the state of Louisiana were engulfed in Hurricane Katrina litigation. So I was hired by a small insurance defense firm, actually whose office was on the other side of Bourbon Street off of Canal. And I worked for insurance companies defending Hurricane Katrina claims. I did that for a few years, and then I moved to the East Coast and worked for another insurance company defending claims. I came out to California in 2015 and opened my own practice, plaintiff work. So about 60% of my practice now is high-end, serious personal injury cases. The other 40% are catastrophic property damage cases. That usually comes down to first and third party claims, and we'll speak about some of those experiences. So a first party claim is going to be a claim where the policyholder sues their own insurance company for a breach of contract or bad faith. A third party claim is where you bring a property damage claim against the tortfeasor. Now, early on in COVID, I did a few free consults on possible business interruption claims. However, I rejected them all because I didn't think there was anything I could do to help the potential client. And we'll talk about this a little more as the talk proceeds, but frankly, my take on it now, looking a little bit into this issue, is that it's very difficult for a policyholder to make a compelling argument for business interruption, for a viable business interruption claim in the context of COVID-19. Here's a roadmap. We're going to talk about some background information, and then we'll talk about COVID-19. Then we'll speak about business interruption insurance, then coverages, then exclusions, and then litigation. And the bulk of the talk will be centered on litigation and specifically some recent cases that came down. And then we will end our talk. So with that overview and roadmap set forth before us, and knowing a little bit about me, let's get started. Let's talk about the background. So, insurance is contract law. Now, we're not concerned too much about offer and acceptance and the mailbox rule. I guess that's still a thing. We're more concerned about contractual legal principles as it relates to interpretation. For example, that words are interpreted against the drafter. In this case, the drafter is going to be the insurance company. They wrote the policy of insurance. The policyholder had no input. Words are given their ordinary meaning. That's another contractual principle. Another one is ambiguity, specifically that ambiguity is an objective standard, not a subjective standard.